Holly left the cafe after speaking with her old boss in complete shock. He had told her how they were losing many clients since Holly had been fired. He offered her a new contract with a 65% raise if she came back. Since Holly had been back in Winter Bay, she hadn't been able to find a job. She had always prided herself on being a self-sufficient woman and never wanted to depend on anyone to support her. So reluctantly, Holly agreed to the offer. The time she had spent with Chris since she had been back had been some of the happiest moments of her life. But it wasn't going to pay her bills or get her out of all her debt. Holly decided to leave Chris a note and leave Winter Bay. One day, while working, Holly looked up to see Chris at her office door. Before she could even get a word out, Chris began to speak. He said he was upset that she had just left like that and didn't talk to him in person. But he also said he understood why she did what she did. He also confessed that the time they'd spent together had been the happiest days of his life. Holly couldn't help but smile. Just seeing Chris here filled her with joy. Chris said he was willing to drop everything and move to the city just to be with her. Holly didn't know what to say, but was excited to hear him say that. Holly agreed, but under one condition, that they spend every Christmas back at Winter Bay. And they did. Hello, AC Universe, and welcome to Canada Crossing. My name is Danny, and today we are on my Christmas island of Winter Bay. Now today we are doing the final build of our Christmas island. This is going to be our Farmer's Christmas Market, which is just going to be back here behind the skating rink area. And then we're also going to do a Sitting with Santa photo opportunity right on the peninsula here. So let's get the speed build started. Alright, so we're gonna get the speed build started. I do want to give fair warning to anyone with OCD that I make some questionable choices, but most of them get fixed by the end, so do not panic. I do realize what I'm doing and fix it, so it's all good. So first I decided to put the bath down. I love this brick. I only ever used it on the Main Street Plaza, so I thought it was okay to use here as well. And it was perfect for the marketplace area. So my idea for this marketplace was pretty much just having almost where people who make things sell them on their own, like a crafting fair or things like that, crafting market. They're quite popular, especially in the holidays, so I thought that's kind of was my idea. So I wanted different stands selling different things, and it would be kind of like homemade things that people would bring to sell. So that was my idea for it. I'm quite happy with how it turned out, considering it's the last build for this island. And usually by the last build, I'm kind of fatigued about the island. And this island, I'm not going to lie, was no exception to that. Although I love this island. It was certainly a labor of love, because producing the whole Holly and Chris storyline, although I'm sure it looks very simple when I'm making it, it takes a lot of work. So, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad. And so it's kind of sad to see the end of this island, but again, it's Christmas. Like, it's literally Christmas this weekend, so we definitely needed to get this last build out of the way. So, and like I said, I do like it. So here I have the stalls like this, and I decided, no, I want them to be back to back, which I like so much better the way they look back to back. So I decided to go that way. And I do use some different colored ones all around, just because I think that's also realistic, like if people were bringing their own stands or if they were there or whatnot, so they'd be a little bit different. But I actually like this lighter wood one. It's probably my favorite version. So I decided since we were selling things at this market, it would be a good idea to kind of fence it off a little bit more so people don't run off with all the goods. You know, you never know. You never know. And so I also added fencing and trees behind the ice skating rink building, mostly just to block it off, and I didn't want people kind of wandering, especially villagers wander everywhere. I didn't want them wandering behind that building. And also to kind of block people from getting too close to the building, because the fake buildings, let's be honest, the closer you get to them, the more you kind of realize that, well, they're fake, so... As you saw earlier, I did originally have the castle wall here, and I decided to switch it out for the storefronts. The storefront looked so much better, suited the area. And then customizing these curtain partitions and putting them over. This idea I saw, I mean, I know it's been out there, but I saw it first from Sweet Magnolia Sarah, my friend, and I loved it. So Sarah, shout out to you. I definitely copied this idea from you. And I think it looks awesome, especially at night. So at the end, we're going to show some shots at night, and I think it looks really cool because the light from the window shines through the curtains. It's perfect. I was really happy how this Santa photo opportunity place came out. Everybody wants their picture taken with Santa, or Jingles maybe in this case. And I really like this. It was kind of, it's not supposed to be like a building, right? It's like a set that they put up just for Christmas and just for have your picture taken. So that's the vibe I wanted to go with. So I'm quite happy with that. And I wanted the big tree. I wish there was even a bigger tree. I contemplated putting a cliff there and just rising it up, but then it was going to block too much. It just wasn't going to work in this small of an area. But maybe next Animal Crossing game, let's get a bigger Christmas tree. I'd be down for that. So now I'm going to start adding some of the products on the tables. I wanted one with all jams. I love the jams jars. I think they look so cool. So I put all the different flavors going on here, and I think they look awesome there. And then this one, we're gonna have all the different cakes and pies, like all the baked goods. Now this back one, then I decided to make the bread. I actually baked the bread. I guess you don't cook bread, you bake it. So I decided to actually bake it. I was trying to think if that was actually the first time I've ever cooked in this game. It might be, maybe the second time at the most. I haven't honestly done a lot of the cooking feature that I was apparently so excited for. I don't know what the deal is with that. But I thought this bread stand looked really good. And yes, I know the colors of those wooden boxes is going to drive everybody nuts, so I did change it. That's what I was talking about earlier with the OCD. Don't worry. I fixed it. So the 2 red are at the front and the 1 green is at the back. Because yes, even I couldn't handle it. And then here we have some toys, of course, Christmas time, toy day. We need some toys for purchase. So I decided to go with the toy stand. And then instead of having a little checkout at every stand, I thought, let's just have one checkout at the front entrance, so just to kind of save some space. And I like how that turned out. And then the last stand is kind of like a knick-knack, maybe some antique kind of stand, just some random stuff that people sell, and thought it turned out really cool. It's a nice way to use some stuff that I don't use a lot. That's also the last, when it's your last build, you kind of, I don't know about you, but I kind of go through my inventory and say, okay, what can we use? What can we use? Let's get stuff out of here. Let's not make a whole bunch of new stuff. Let's just get what we've got. So that was kind of the idea behind that. So now we're just kind of adding the finishing touches, the street lamps. And then, yes, the chairs. That was the other thing that was going to drive everybody nuts. So again, I had 4 of those chairs. I tried the original orange version, then I tried the green version, but they really just didn't go. So then I got some ranch chairs. And again, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to use 2 dark and 2 light because I have different colored wood stands. And I put them like that, but spoiler alert, I can't handle it. So I eventually changed them both to the lighter ones because it's just too much for my brain. And there we go. They're going to all match. But I do like the light a lot better in this scenario, especially with the darker brick. I think it works a lot better. And then it's just a matter of adding a few little things, these fences here, just to fence it off a little bit more. I thought they looked really good, especially in red. I'm mixing the red and green that is already there. And I'm really happy with this. Let me know what you think. We're gonna look at some shots at night I've got going on, just because I think everything looks so pretty at night. I did end up changing the tree in the middle. You'll see in a sec, to the gold tree. I think it looks a little classier. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of you coming. You've made my year by subscribing and liking the videos, so don't forget to do that again. And happy holidays to all of you from me, Canada Crossing, and I'll see you in the next one.